name is Christina and this is my channel Cultivate Inner Peace, where I talk about different things from my life and from lifestyle, and I make some beauty videos, some vlogs. Today I would actually like to talk about work and specifically searching for work and some stories from my life where I was looking for a job. And before I start, I want to say that I have an Instagram, it's Cultivate Inner Peace 2025, and also a website, it's cultivateinnerpeace.wordpress.com. And on the website I write articles that are more open about my life and myself. And today I actually wanted to talk about some phenomenon that I was thinking about, and that is a phenomenon when people are looking for a job and they cannot find any. A lot of the times it can have different reasons. I'm gonna completely omit those reasons where it's actually caused by external factors, like maybe there's not enough opportunities or there's too many applicants going for one work. But today I'm gonna be talking about a situation where actually there is not too many applicants, you have a great chance of getting the work that you applied for, but for some reason you cannot get a job, no matter to how many job interviews you go, and you still cannot make it. They still don't choose you, because this is something that was actually happening to me so much in the past that you wouldn't believe it. And this is a phenomenon that I observe, and today when I look back on this time of my life, I can clearly see now what it was all about. And actually it was not what you think, that there's some huge reason behind it, some mystery, but it's simply that I did not want to find a job, and so I did not get any. I would be in this paradoxical situation where I would be looking for a job and I didn't want to find it. Have you ever been in this paradox? You are looking for a job, but subconsciously you don't really want to get a job because you like not having to work. And this has been my issue for so long, and I did not even know about all of this. I thought that, oh my god, I'm looking for a job, I need a job, why don't they hire me? But subconsciously I didn't want to find it. And this is such an interesting situation. I was wondering, has anybody been in this situation also in the past? I remember when I graduated from college and I was looking for a job, I was looking for a very long time, even for jobs that were below my qualifications. I was just not able to get any. I would just always go to the job interview and I would feel like, oh my god, I don't want to be working here. You know, I would go to the job interview and I would know right away that it would make me really happy if they did not hire me. So I was in this really strange situation where you're doing something because you know you need a job, you need money, you need to take care of yourself, of course, but you don't want to get it. And every time I received an email, usually, because they don't call you these days to tell you that you did not get it. They're just going to email you if they're going to do even anything. So the email would always come and they would tell me look, we didn't hire you, there was a better candidate, and I would be relieved. You know, I knew that I should be sad at the moment, but I was relieved that I didn't have to work there. Oh my god. And I remember specifically one job interview to which I came. I went into the office and there was this receptionist, and the offices, they felt so cold to me, you know, and there was the receptionist and she was very professional, very cold, very well dressed, very well put together. She was speaking very eloquently and I would feel like a complete mismatch for this place. I felt this entire time, okay, she's only a receptionist and she's already so professional, and I feel like I would need lessons in etiquette or something. But when I got to the room, that was again so cold, and there was another cold woman, and by cold I mean distant, not smiling, eloquently speaking, you know, this kind of environment, very professional. This is something that's probably top-notch in job interview industry, but to me I didn't see any humanity in this, you know. And I was maybe too human for that. This whole time I was on this interview, I didn't feel good. I didn't feel good in the office, I didn't feel good with the people in there. I felt like this is not a good fit at all. And I was thinking in my head, like, what am I doing here? But still, even though that I had these feelings, I was still trying to get the job. It's like I was in this crazy situation, like seriously. I was still trying to impress her, I was still trying to do everything right, I was trying to sell myself as best as I could. When the job interview was coming to an end, I wished so hard in my heart, even though I was trying this entire time to impress this person, I wished in my heart that they wouldn't hire me, and they didn't. And when I actually found a job later on, like a couple months after this debacle, you could say, it was a job that, again, I did not feel passionate about, I did not feel like I wanted, and they hired me, and so I was like, okay, this is like a paying job, I'm not super passionate about it, but I'm just gonna take it because what else am I gonna do at this point? But that's the thing, they hired me, and so my parents were like happy for me and wanted to celebrate, but I felt such a dread inside. I felt like I don't want to go there, I don't want to work this work, I don't want to be there with those people the whole day in the office, and I felt like I'm suffocating. But I took the job and I ended up working there a very long time. It was not all bad. I mean, you get used to it and it becomes like your daily routine. But it's just the point of like finding a job. I think that this is such a crucial moment where whenever I had a chance to talk to somebody about this point, like looking for a job, I realized that everybody hates it. Like, people might be telling themselves all sort of things, but a lot of them, they actually hate it as much as I do. And because this is the time where you actually question, what do you want? What do you want? What do you know how to do? What you are capable of? Are you capable of doing this particular thing or not? It's stressful, of course, but also it helps you arrange your priorities. And for me, looking for a job was always so stressful because I didn't want to find any. I didn't want to work. This is just my confession in here. And don't get me wrong, I'm working. So before you start to be all angry at me that I'm lazy and I should just push myself, don't worry. First of all, I am not lazy, okay? I've been like a straight A student for the entire high school, and in college I was not straight A student, but I was still like in the first half at least. I was not bad, I was really proactive, and I was just doing everything that was necessary and even more. And also, I am working. I am employed for full time, so calm down. I'm not lazy and I am working. My problem was never about laziness. My problem was about fulfillment. And that is something that I never found in my jobs. I'm trying to change my point of view because right now I'm actually working at a work where I feel like it could work if I tried to open myself up to opportunities, because I work in a company where there's a lot of opportunities. I should just find them. But before this job that I had that I'm rather happy in, still, as I said, like I had like a previous video about my work struggles, still it's not a dream job, and I think I would not be doing it if I didn't need it. But as I said, it's by far the best job that I've ever had. The reason why I'm making this video is that maybe there's someone out there who's also in the same position as I am. And if you are in this paradox where you are looking for a job but you don't really want to find it, please know you are not alone. I was also looking for a job several times in my life and I did not want to find it. And also when they hired me in this job where I'm at right now, I was not happy. I was not happy at the moment when I received the email that they are hiring me. I felt freaked out and I felt burdened. But I just had to get used to it, and so I got used to it, and now it's not so bad actually. Maybe I will make another video in the future about it, but I just wanted to talk about this phenomenon of pushing yourself and convincing yourself to do something and trying to impress these people in the job interviews and trying to sell yourself in the best way you can and trying to show your abilities, and you are basically working for something that you don't even want. Because I know what it feels like, and it's not a good feeling, and part of me is just really sad for how things are set up in our society, because I always felt like I'm this leaf or something that's just blowing in the wind, and I never felt like I had like excessive control over what I can or cannot do. I think now that was flawed thinking, that I actually have a lot of control over things. It's just I always felt like this is the time I live in, and since I don't have a clear idea of what I want to do, I just have to find some work and just do the best that I can. And that's what I did. But part of me really thinks that, and that's a feeling that I have deep down inside, that work was never supposed to be hard, and work was never supposed to be dreadful. Like, this is the economy and the time that we live in. If you are part of the Western world or Western world wannabe countries, which I think I'm part of Western wannabe country, but the mentality is very similar and the work ethic is very similar, maybe even harder. My opinion is that work should be pleasurable and should be like a creation and flow and happiness, but it's just now not how it is for many people today, including me. So maybe I'm doing this video mostly for myself, but also for anybody out there. If there's any lost soul out there who just is struggling with the same thing, I don't have an advice or anything. My only advice for now, maybe I will have something more in the future, but for now my advice to you is that find a job and it'll get better with time. You know, if you have to find a job and you don't want to, but you have to, then just do it. Don't convince yourself that it's something enjoyable. Just do it, and it will get better with time. And because in my opinion, nothing is as horrible as trying to find a job. You know, going to job after you are used to it, it's actually not so hard. You're just going on autopilot. That's the state that I'm in, and I'm so happy that I'm in that state where I'm going to job and I'm just doing the things that I learned already, and I know how the company works, who does what, and I know a lot of teams and colleagues because I work in corporate. There's a lot of stuff happening, so I know all of that, and so I'm much calmer when I'm in the work than in the beginning, you know. Let me know if you ever lived through this paradox of working for something that you did not even want. So that's everything for me for today. I hope you don't know what I'm talking about, because it's pretty damn bad. You know, there are worse things in the world, but maybe in a way this is really bad because the work, it just takes a lot of time, and it's not like a huge tragedy, because there are a lot of huge tragedies in the world that people can talk about. And this is not a huge tragedy, but in a way it really is big, because it consumes your life and the work consumes a lot of the time. So in a way, it's not a good situation to be in. So that's everything for me for now. Have a beautiful now. Enjoy your day, and hopefully I will see you next time with my next video. Bye.